What's going on, guys? JHoyt back with you today. Welcome back to some Chicago Blackhawks franchise mode. We're starting the second season, which is super exciting. And we had a very, very big offseason. So let's just recap real quick of what you missed if you did watch last episode. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't. But we had two basically key signings. And we signed Matt Duchene and we signed Jake Gardiner, which definitely improved our team as a whole, right? I'll get to lines in a second. I was going to show you guys, but we have Duchene and Gardner now, so that's obviously a top two-line center, and Jake Gardner, which is a top four left defenseman, which is two things we desperately needed. I guess let's just get into the lines, because this is the next my point is because of it. So here you see the forward lines, and if you may wonder why some of them may look a little funny or why Taves is on the third line, it's because they're based off of preseason performances. So it's not because I don't like Taves. It's not because I like Strome or Duchene better. It's just this is how they performed. So if down the road Taves starts performing better than Strome or better than Duchene, or Strome is the top line guy or third line, it doesn't matter. We're gonna put them in how they're performing. So that's how we're going to kind of make things go. Another thing is our top draft pick, Sami Koivu. He's actually playing in the AHL, as you can see here. Sami Koivu, top line AHL. Now, he did do well during the preseason. He had 4 points in 6 or 7 games, which wasn't bad at all. But I figured instead of playing him on like the third or fourth line here and not really playing him in kind of like a scoring type line, I figured, hey, let's put him down the AHL, get him some top line minutes, and if he starts performing better than someone up here, then we'll bring him up. But for now, he'll start down there because he's obviously eligible to play down there. However, on the defensive side, Adam Boqvist, who was the top draft pick before I got here, the 8th overall pick, he actually made the team. But he did all right, and he is not eligible for the AHL, or else I would have played him down there. So we're going to be starting with Boqvist up here. We're going to play the first, I think it's like 8 or 9 games. I think it's actually 8 that I'm going to be playing him in. And then kind of determine, do we want to keep him up here? Do I think it's in his best interest to stay here, or do I want to send him back to the juniors? And we have a couple different options as far as after that, what we want to do as far as our, I guess, replacing him in our lineup. We have Eric Gustafsson along with Dylan DeMello playing down the AHL actually right now. But yeah, so that's kind of the recap of that. The only other thing I did off camera was we actually signed some goaltender depth, and we signed Jimmy Howard to a 1-year, $1.5 million contract. Now, the only reason I did this is because, what's his name, Anton Forsberg? I think his name is right. He didn't really play the greatest. Well, no one really played the greatest, honestly. Like, our goaltenders sucked in the preseason. So I figured, we signed a 73 overall goalie or whatever to play down here. But I figured if we're going to sign a depth guy, I want a guy that's actually good. And he wanted, a decent contract, which I don't mind because we had the space anyway. So we have him. Like I said, the lines are based off of preseason performances. So it could all change as the time goes on. But for right now, this is what we're starting with. So we got Cahoon, Duchene, and Kane. Kind of all rhymes, actually. Then we got Sod, Strome, and DeBrincat. Third line, we got Perlini, Taves, and Kajula. Fourth line of Kampf, Kruger, and Hayden. I'm actually kind of excited because we have a pretty good top 9, regardless of the overalls. We have a pretty decent top 9. And then on defense, we have Keith, Yokiharu, Gardner and Johnson, and then Dahlstrom and Boqvist. Now, like I said, we also have Eric Gustafsson up here, only because, he kind of earned it too. Like, he did kind of the same as Dahlstrom. So, it was kind of hard not to bring him up, and especially with a couple guys on the AHL wanted to get them playing. But same goaltenders as we ended last year, Crawford and Forsberg, and that's pretty much it. Quick look at the AHL lines if you guys really care. Koivu first line down there. We got a couple of deep centers. On defense, like I said, we got DeMello down here, and we also have a couple other guys that didn't really earn their spot in the NHL this year. So they're down here playing, and hopefully we'll figure out something to do with Boquist eventually here. But without further ado, I've rambled on long enough. I should also say, if I sound a little bit sick or under the weather, it's because I am. I don't really feel the greatest, but I wanted to get another video out to you guys and kind of play some more franchise modes. So let's start right in the season. Goalie rotations are actually back on for obviously the regular season. And all right, so we got two there, so that's 4 after this week. So we're gonna end at October 20th right now, just to see what Boquist does, and we'll move on from there. That's a scout. We needed someone for I don't remember what region, but we'll fix him in a second. But all right, what else do we got? So 2-1-1, good start, or I should not really say good start, but a okay start. If we actually go like 6-1, okay, we of course as soon as I say that we lose to Anaheim. But all right, if we can win this game, it'd be kind of huge. Okay, Central Scouting, we don't care. Game against Calgary. Okay, so 4-3-1, so essentially 4-4. Let's go check out Boquist is doing. Him before he's leading our team. Nope, Kane's up there. No surprise there. But all right, let's go to edit lines. Let's see what he's doing, and see what we can do with him. So Boquist, hopefully he's got a few points. Okay, so 1-1. That's not bad. -1, 16 minutes of playing time. He's on the power play. I should also mention that. All right, so, I mean, 2 points isn't bad. Plus, we already have him. You know, let's just continue. Let's just keep him up here for now. I mean, why not? I mean, I don't know if the rule of 8 games or 8 or 9 games or 10 games, whatever it is actually in the game or not. So, if it's not, I guess then it doesn't really matter. But, let's go to our normal spot here. The start of was it December? Yeah, there we go. So December. Let's go to there's the game right in the middle of them. Let's go to December 2nd. And then we'll see what our team's up to. So we started the season 4-3-1. Not the best start, but it's also not the worst. Good news for this year, we have 2 first-round picks. We have ours and I believe Florida's. So regardless of the season, we should have a decent pick, I guess depending on what Florida does. I guess depending on what we do as well. But you never know. I mean, obviously we want Florida to lose out, and we want us to lose out, so we have 2 really good draft picks because we want Lafreniere, basically. And if we end up getting him, I'd probably make a couple of moves before that, so we could clear up a couple of roster spots, especially with guys looking to make the jump for our team. But all right, what do we got here? So 11-9-1. See, we're just staying around even, which I wish we would just do better than that. 12-11. Okay, so it's not like we're doing bad, but it's like we're just so midline right now that it's just hard to really kind of put that in focus of like, okay, we're doing well, we're not doing well, we're literally right in the middle, which kind of sucks. But all right, so we end, I guess, the first part of the season after, I guess, December 2nd, 14-11-1. That's not bad at all. Our HL team's doing well as well. Kane leading the team in points. No surprise there. We are on the bottom of the leaderboard, but our leaderboard, what? Standings. There we go. That's the right word I wanted to use. But we're 2 points. I guess we're 4 points out of third place. So it's a little early to talk about the playoffs, I know, but you know, just something to keep in the back of our minds. So let's go check the stats, see who's doing what. We'll check the standings as well, just to kind of see what's going on. But all right. Okay, so we got the winger party here. So all right, Kane's on top with 17 goals. I'm pretty sure he's got the most goals on the team. Kujula's playing the third line. Interesting. So we'll probably swap Kujula and Cahoon. Well, actually, he's got 14 assists, and he's feeding them to Kane. So I don't know if we really want to change that right now. All right, so our centers are all kind of doing the same. Taves is putting up third line numbers right now. All right, so our fourth line's doing okay. Dang, if we just stop being so freaking balanced. Like, I want someone to step up and just take over instead of everyone just kind of doing the same. But as for Our defensemen go. Keith's on top. No real surprise there. Jokiharju's right there. Boquist 4 points, but minus 10. All right. Ooh. Jake Gardner, what are you doing, bro? All right, so we'll have to swap up our defensive lines. Now, we are 7-3 in the last 10, which is interesting, but we definitely need to fix our defense here. Not necessarily looking for points from our back end, but we just need them to play better. So I might actually put in Gustafsson just to see if he plays any better than Dahlstrom does, just out of curiosity of what they would do. But not terrible. Might swap around the defensive lines, like I said. But all right, this is that's interesting. So Crawford 8-9-1 with 1 shutout, has decent at best percentages, and then we have Forsberg, who's 6-3, but has even worse numbers. All right, interesting. So definitely we need Crawford to play significantly better than what he is now if we want any chance at the playoffs. I mean, that's just, as a starting goaltender, it's just like you got to do better than that. But let's take a quick look down here in the AHL. Howard doing well. Hollett doing well as well. Defense, DeMello's leading the way down there with Forsland. All right, good to see. What about forwards? So, all right. Koivu, 17 points. Not bad at all. Playing on the top line, like I said, with this guy. And I don't remember who's in the top line down there. But that's not a bad start, though. 17 points. I mean, with everyone kind of doing the same thing up here, it's you don't really want to make a change. But let's go check standings, see what's going on there with our goals for and everything, and see if we can make any kind of swaps on anything to see what we're doing. So where are we overall wise? We are almost right in the middle, 15th. So as far as goals for go, we have 88, which is second in the league by 1, compared to St. Louis, who's top. We have 1 less goal than them. So, all right, that's good to see. So we got the defense, or we got the offense, excuse me. Defense, we have 78 goals allowed, which is kind of midline. So we could definitely improve our defense. Maybe some defensive strategy swaps. I'm not really sure yet. But, okay, so we're 15 here. Power play percentage, we're top 3. Good to see. We have no shorthanded goals against, which is kind of nice. Penalty kill percentage, I think we're at 81 point whatever percent. So that's a little bit down here. We're right under St. Louis again, 81.3. Still not bad at all. Above 80% is definitely like where you want to be. No shorthanded goals. And then here's our record. So we're doing really well away, and we suck at home. Huh. Can we play all of our games away? Can that be a thing? But all right. So I'll probably try to play around with the defensive strategies a little bit. See if we can kind of make it a little bit more defensive. We'll swap around some lines on defense. And we'll entertain the idea of, trying to change up our forwards just a tad bit. Just to throw a new look at the teams that we are playing. So, yeah, that's kind of it for this this part of this part of the season. We made it to, the start of December. I guess we're going to keep Boquist up here for now. I mean, he's doing all right. 4 points. If from an offensive-minded guy, I'd like to see a little bit more. However, there are some other guys that aren't really performing the greatest. So, we'll have to swap them around, see if we can get them going. Change around some lines. Actually, I gotta make sure I did strategies too, so they're not still the same ones as before. But yeah, guys, like I said, this is it for today's video. If you did enjoy, let me know down in the comment section below. Leave a like as well. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, guys, we'll see you next time.